Testing! Okay, I pushed record. Okay. Okay, today we're going to be playing some Ms Pac-Man on the Model 1 Sega Genesis, which is the high definition, as you can see right there. Very nice looking, as you can see, 16-bit. And we're going to be testing it out on 3 different controllers, starting with that controller right there, which is an ASCII fighting stick, SG6. Believe it or not, this is the reason why I bought this thing, is because I figured playing Ms Pac-Man on this would be pretty cool. And we're also going to be testing it out on a 6-button controller and an old school Mega Fire Turbo 3-button controller, as you can see right here. So, before we begin playing, let's take a look at the box art. It's made by Tension, which is also Atari, I suppose. And as you can see in the background, it's Ms Pac-Man. Nothing special there. This is exactly how it should look. It's 1 or 2 players, 36 wild and crazy mazes. That's a lot of text to read right there. There's a barcode, which is appropriate. And that's about it. That's how the case looks. Let's play Ms Pac-Man. Okay, so we're going to test out the 6-button joystick first. The ASCII joystick, which is supposed to be for fighting games, but I originally bought that joystick for this game because I wanted to play the game with a joystick. So let's see how it works. And right away I noticed that for whatever reason the joystick really does not respond too well to this game. I don't know why, but if you push upwards on the joystick, I don't know, this doesn't work. And I know this joystick works perfectly. And for whatever reason, Ms Pac-Man does not like my joystick. Okay, so far I managed to get up here. I don't know how, but yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out too well. Playing this game with the joystick is not. No, there's a couple other joysticks available for Sega Genesis. I don't know how those work. Maybe the 3-button joystick works good. But this particular joystick is definitely not the joystick you want to play this game with. I might have to, probably I might have to try to get a 3-button joystick. The official Sega joystick, and I got a game over. Okay, so now we're gonna test out the 6-button Sega Genesis controller, which is an official Sega Genesis controller. This controller is excellent for fighting games, so hopefully it's excellent for Ms Pac-Man. She did not like my joystick, as I mentioned before. Okay, so far it's working better than the joystick. It's a little unresponsive. It's not that good, but it's working better than the joystick. It's kind of strange how some of the controllers are more responsive than the others. Yeah, the 6-button joystick is not good, and the 6-button controller, the one I'm using right now, it's just a little bit better, but it's not that good either. I can tell you right now, it's not what you want to use to play this game. No, this makes me wonder if it's the game itself that is actually not capable or compatible with any Sega Genesis controller at all, because maybe this is the crappiest Ms Pac-Man port that exists. I'm not sure. Which that explains why I got it for like $5 complete. Okay, so now we're going to test out the 3-button controller. This is not the normal 3-button controller. It has a Mega Fire, but it's an official Sega controller. It's around the same size as your normal 3-button controller. I'm not sure if it functions the same way because I don't have a normal 3-button controller. Let's test it out here and see if it works. And I can tell you right now that it does respond better than the 6-button controller. Which is kind of strange because you figured that the 6-button has a better D-pad. But for whatever reason, this controller actually responds a little better. The game, there's certain parts of the maze where if you push left or right, you end up going up and down, which is weird. So, even with the 3-button controller, it acts kind of funny. I'm not sure if it acts that way on the normal 3-button controller, though. I'm not sure. Because I don't have that controller to test it out on, but if I did, I would. You know what would be interesting? Because you can use a Sega Master System controller on this Sega Genesis. Maybe that controller works out good. I believe I have an Atari 2600 controller. You can also use one of those. I should test that out, see if it works. Maybe I will at the end of the video. Okay, so here I am playing the game right here. And, so far, the 3-button controller is the most functional, as you can see right here. It is working appropriately, as it should. But there is certain parts of the maze where you can actually get stuck, which I have a feeling it might be the game. As you can see, I got the game over because it's kind of tough playing on this particular Ms Pac-Man game. Now, I've played regular Pac-Man on Nintendo, the first Nintendo, and it actually plays pretty good, but I wonder if they have this on Super Nintendo. I'm not sure if they do or not. I know they have Pac-Man 2, which is not even really a Pac-Man game, to say the least. I mean, it does have the Pac-Man game in it, but it's a platformer. I do own that game. It's pretty cool. And got a 3-button controller actually. It does the better job for this game, but I really don't like how this game plays at all, to be quite honest. Well, I've played a lot of Pac-Man games. I played the arcade version, and the arcade version plays a lot better, because you have the joystick and everything, but you have to really know how to play really well. The arcade version is just as tough as this one, except that it functions the correct way, you know? Yeah, maybe it's the way Tengen developed this game. They just did not do a good job porting this game. I'm not exactly sure, but I know this game is really dirt cheap, which leads me to believe that maybe it's partially broken, the way it was developed. As you can see, there's different configurations, and I changed something in the menu, which is different settings you can set. And now Ms Pac-Man is has some type of a turbo speed going on here, where she's going real fast. She's using the Sega Genesis blast processing. So at least the game takes advantage of the Sega Genesis hardware, because you can use the blast processing to make Ms Pac-Man go super fast. I don't think she's using all of the Sega Genesis blast processing, though. She could go faster than that. As you can see, I'm having issues trying to take a left turn, because I don't know what the hell the deal is here, but for some reason, trying to turn into certain areas, you can't. You just can't do it. You push left, you end up going up and down. It's weird. See, look right here, right here. Well, I finally got in there, but you know, let's see if I'm screwed. And another game over screen. It's pretty difficult. If you guys ever played this game on Sega Genesis, let me know what controller you used. Because if you used a different controller than I did, and it actually plays better. Here, let me set something here. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, if you played the game with a different controller, then let me know. Oh my god. Now this is blast processing. Unfortunately, it's not playable. You have to be a real expert to play this. This is ridiculously fast. Well, I didn't think it was possible to get a game over that fast, but, you know, now I know that it is possible. Let's see if we can slow this thing down a little bit. Well, there's a strange setting. That's kind of strange. Look at that. A strange setting. Let's see what this does. Okay. I guess the maze is a little strange, but that's about it. And once again, the controller acts funny. As I mentioned before, the 3-button controller functions better so far out of the 3 controllers I tested. But it's not perfect, because if you try to take turns, sometimes it doesn't do it. Or it goes in the wrong direction. I don't know what the deal is, but maybe it's the game itself. And the game, if the game played the right way, it would have been perfect, but I'm not a fan of the control scheme, how the controls seem to be broken a little bit. And you can't play it with the 6-button controller at all. I'm curious if the 3-button joystick works with this game. If any of you guys have used a 3-button joystick on this game, let me know. Let me know and comment whether it works good or not. Because everything I've tested so far seems a little off, if you know what I mean. Another game over screen. Okay, I'm going to be testing out a nice Atari 2600 controller. And as you can see, they both have the same exact plug-in port. Where you can use the Sega Genesis controller on an Atari 2600, or you can use an Atari 2600 controller on your Sega Genesis, vice versa. And let's see if this thing works. It's been a while since I used one of these. So let's start the game up, see if it works. Okay, so I have the Atari 2600 controller hooked up to the Sega Genesis, and I'm gonna test it out, see how it works and everything. And hopefully this controller works better. It feels, believe it or not, more comfortable for a game like this. I do remember playing the Atari 2600 version of Pac-Man, and I wasn't really a fan of that game, but that game actually functioned better than this game so far. Let's see here. Okay. One thing that I noticed is, since there is no start button on the Atari 2600 controller, you have to actually plug in one of the regular controllers, push start at the menu to get into the game, unplug the controller, plug in the Atari 2600 controller, and unfortunately you can't unpause the game. Therefore, you have to plug in the Sega Genesis controller, unpause the game, unplug the controller real fast, and plug the Atari 2600 controller back in. Sounds crazy. Let's try it out. See if this works. And okay, it died. I believe I saw movement, so I believe that this controller is functionable with the Sega Genesis. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, it works. How do you like that? And okay, it's working. I can't go down though. I don't know why, but all the other functions on this. Oh wow, look at this. The up, left, and right works perfect, but it's no good without the down. It's absolutely no good if you can't go down. So I come to the conclusion that if the down functioned perfectly on the Atari controller, that would have been the perfect controller to use in this game. But for whatever reason, it doesn't work too well. I believe that this game is flawed because I've tested 4 controllers on this game and it sucks.